Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Sypher back again with another amazing video today for the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about some of the earliest and actually only information we have had of MW3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, numeral, I can't speak today apparently, 3. And honestly, this is surprised that we haven't heard any other information since the game is really dropping in October, November, right around the corner, and like, what, 3-4 months from now. So it's kind of surprised that we're hearing anything about this game right now. Usually we're already getting some leaked out information, you know, stuff like that. You know, Call of Duty's usually already, you know, teasing some little images and stuff like that right about now. So it is crazy that we're not getting any more information than what this leaker on Twitter has pointed out, guys. But you know, I'm pretty sure this has to do with more just also of what happened with Modern Warfare 2 in general, with this whole 2-year cycle supposedly is supposed to happen for you guys. But all the craziness is out of the water, guys. But anyway, if you guys want to actually check out and support the channel before we get into this video, guys, I'd like to talk to you guys about clicking the links in the description down below. My new flavor and my new tub is all live for you guys. It is still called the same, but the flavor is a little bit different. I'm gonna kind of, you know, expose a little bit of it, but it's really gonna have a surprising punch at the end to kind of add a more pun on its name, if you will, whatever you want to say about that. I'm just gonna let you guys know it's gonna have a little of an extra punch at the end, guys. If you guys want to go down there and use my discount code in the description down below, guys, it'll also help me a lot, and it'll help you guys save some money for you guys. And also, it is actually more servings now, and it's about the same price, if not a little bit cheaper. As last I did know, about a week ago, they were having a sale. If the sale is still live, by all means, go for it. If it's not, I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I haven't really been here for about a month. I haven't actually had access to my PC or my console for about a month. It's actually been about like 25 days, but still I haven't had access to it since I was gone. I posted on my Instagram about that, so if you guys are not already following my Instagrams, link is in the description down below. Also my Twitter's down there, and I think my Facebook, I'm not sure, I don't know, I really don't post on Twitter at all, so there's that. But I do like to go on Twitter, you know, find out the new stuff, all the new information, so I'm following all these different people and all that crazy cool crap as I do. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about something else that I found on Twitter, and also what's being reported right now as I'm recording this video. But anyway, if you guys don't know, I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but apparently a Twitter account leaked out information about Modern Warfare 3's 2 maps that we know for sure they're going to be in Modern Warfare 3, numeral 3, which is Skyrise. I think it was Skyrise. Oh no, it was Scrapyard, Skyrise, I think I also heard, but I'm not sure. Couldn't quote me on that, but I do know they talk about Terminal and, you know, these 2 maps, which, you know, Scrapyard, which is not surprising. I mean, we did see Scrapyard back in 2019 as a surprise remastered map for, I believe it was actually season 3 or season 4. Magic came back as a surprise map. But if you guys don't know, we're now finally catching up in the storyline of Modern Warfare 2. We're kind of at the beginning of it right now, in the reboot of the franchise. If you guys don't know, I would say Modern Warfare 2019 kind of talked a little bit more about what happened before the original Modern Warfare, and this game kind of blended over into Modern Warfare 1 and also a little bit into Modern Warfare 2. It kind of made its own new storyline with the new set of characters and stuff like that. But we are starting to get talks about Makarov now again, and also all of his possible motives is now coming out with all of the trailers and content for Modern Warfare 2. So it's all kind of starting to build up to where the original Modern Warfare 2 kind of started at. So I'm kind of really happy for that, but I hate how we kind of took a whole extra game to get there. But that is fine, honestly. I expect that from a reboot. They're really definitely trying to push these games out longer. So I would assume that we're going to get probably up to 5 Modern Warfares before we conclude with the series like we did with the original trilogy. So I would say that. But, you know, honestly, these 2 maps we've seen a ton of. I mean, I believe Scrapyard has been remastered 3 times because it was brought back in 2019 and also in Call of Duty Ghosts, I believe. I know for sure it's been in those 2 games. It may have been remastered in Advanced Warfare. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure it was part of the final DLCs, and nobody ever talks about Advanced Warfare because obviously it wasn't a very popular game at all. And also Terminal, we have seen multiple times. We saw it in We didn't see it in 2019, but we saw it in Infinite Warfare, and we've also seen it in, man, I can't remember. I know we've seen it more than, but like I said, it's really not surprising that we're seeing these maps come back at all in the Call of Duty franchise, because they always seem to be coming back, and it's not like, you know, they're gone for a long time. We usually see them every other game. And also Infinite Warfare and Treyarch were just remastering maps back and forth, back and forth, back and forth over these past, I would say, up to 6, 7 Call of Duty. So it's not really surprising for me. But, you know, I want to say that the greatest, you know, times we've had for Call of Duty maps in history is between, I would say, the original Modern Warfare all the way up to Modern Warfare 2 is where we had the greatest amount of good maps, because, you know, Modern Warfare Remastered had some good maps, and World at War, I would say, also did have good maps, but the multiplayer wasn't, you know, fully there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, the community was starting, but it all started with COD 4, moved over into Black Ops 1 and MW2 were I would say, the 3 greatest Call of Duties with the best maps ever in Call of Duty history, in terms of like how they played with the game, the different types of like kind of roles and maps that, you know, like multi ways to play the map. You know, it just wasn't strictly one way. You know, with many of these maps nowadays, or you have to have a certain class for this map and a certain build for this map. It kind of feels like that sometimes. Or even for just game modes on certain maps, I would say also would help a lot. But, you know, it's not like that. It wasn't like that back in the past, but now it kind of seems more like that, especially with just the 10 times amount of faster Call of Duty feels compared to back then. But, you know, that's all with time, right? And, you know, things change over time. And, you know, like I said, I just think that maps in general don't really break a Call of Duty, because as we've seen with the past previous Call of Duties, every Call of Duty has always come out with those 2 terrible maps that just absolutely nobody wants to play. And including with this game, I mean, there's some maps that particularly aren't my favorite, but I don't mind playing them, especially when they come in rotation. Sometimes there's just some maps I don't want to play because I'm only hunting for specific maps to play. Like whenever I'm doing camo grinds, I usually just want to play long shot maps. Whenever I'm doing the ARs or the whatever I'm doing long shots for, so I usually just hunt down those maps. I'll just back out, keep backing out of lobbies if I can, and just search for those maps, and then I'll play those maps, and then I'll do the same thing again after that. But, you know, all that with time is just, you know, as I say, it just happens. And I mean, I don't know, Call of Duty over these past few years has not really just been making content for the community. I mean, if you just look at X Defiant, where this guy is literally constantly talking to the community on Twitter every day, and now we have what, fucking Infinity Ward's manager is some woman that never wants to talk and literally just blacklisted half of the Call of Duty community anyway on Twitter. Doesn't make sense, especially when you're like the head lead of the community. It doesn't make sense. And I don't know, it's definitely, as you can see, night and day with these 2 companies. And, you know, I always hate to say, you know, that Call of Duty's worried about X Defiant. I mean, sure, Call of Duty will eventually bring some people over to X Defiant, but in terms of like long-term players, they're not going to take all of them. They may take 1 or 2 here and there. But, you know, even myself say, like, some years I don't want to play Call of Duty, and it happens for, you know, I'd say about a week or 2, where I get on a grind of another game, and then I'm right back at it playing Call of Duty again. And sometimes it's not even just to play a friend. Sometimes it's just because, I don't know, if Call of Duty has an addictive formula for me. You know, it's that simple, you know, quick games, and I don't have to worry about really having to strategize, or, you know, like having to strategically play the objectives or anything like that, besides maybe on domination or hardpoint. But it's not like on global massive terms like it is on Battlefield or any of these other games, right? And also, I just feel like it has a better formula for me to grasp, especially since I play preferably mostly on console about 99% of the time. I don't really play on PC. Sorry, PC gamers out there. I can never switch over. I'm just strictly a console gamer. I mean, I might switch over for like some custom zombies, but that's about it. That's as much as you're gonna get out of me when it comes to online gaming. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing really else much to talk about this video, guys. Sorry I was away for a month, guys, but you know, it just happens, you know, with my main job that I have to do. If you guys don't know what I do as my main job, or don't know any updates or what am I doing in my life, please click the link in the description down below to follow my Instagram, guys. If you guys go in there, you guys be able to just get tweets and also figure out what I do with my life. But please, I do just make a simple request that you don't bring it over to my Call of Duty, because my YouTube life. I like to keep them a little separate, but I also don't want to keep you guys out of the loop. So there on my Instagram, I post a lot more about my real life and what I do with my real job and all that cool stuff. I mean, YouTube is a job, obviously. I mean, for me, obviously, I do put as much effort into here as I try to, as much as I can, in terms of, you know, wanting to play games, relax, chill, and also with work, which also kills me half the time. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out.